I've been called a hero, the hero who saved the world from the monarch of the underworld, the one who stained half the world with blood. I was once called the Dragon Slayer King, Aiden Albard. However, I had no choice. Being Albard, the monarch of the underworld, is a perpetual existence. You see, those who have killed him don't simply die, but become a new monarch of the underworld. It would be a great honor for you, the Dragon Slayer King who killed the monarch of the underworld, to take on his mantle, wouldn't it? Please make that last sacrifice for the country. We've simply run out of options. I don't seek your forgiveness, Aiden. And Aiden thinks, you're not even going to ask for forgiveness? You've worked hard all this time. Now it's time for you to rest in peace. Great Seal, Claymore. I thought we were friends. I thought we were comrades. I trusted that we were the greatest allies, but it was all a big lie. I want all this to fuck off. It's better to die than to be stuck here forever. They sealed me in the endless abyss, a place where time doesn't exist, a bottomless pit. As I fell into that eternal darkness, I kept repeating the same thought. Fucking bastard, I'm going to kill you with my bare hands. Oh, shit, what's going on? Where am I? Young master, oh dear, you're awake. Thank God. My precious boy, you're awake. Son, what the hell? Who are you? He gets up on a bed, surrounded by several people worried about him. Ah, my boy, you slept for 2 days. You must have gone mad. I am your mother, my little son, my dear son Aiden Remes. No! Albard, I'd rather die in eternal darkness than. Ah, my son, are you alright? He starts to feel a lot of pain in his head and his mind is flooded with darkness. What are these memories? Why am I being bombarded with memories of a boy called Aiden Remes? Wait a second, is that me now? 45th year of the imperial calendar. I was abandoned by my companions before I could become the monarch of the underworld and was forced to. Sorry, YouTube doesn't like that word, self-sacrifice. In the void, on the border between worlds, I ended up dying. Damn you, even if you beg, I'll find a way to kill you all, one by one. He gives his servants a sinister look, but the previous owner of this body was a disgusting guy, a complete scoundrel. Even if I did come back to life, why did I end up in a body like this? And why did I suddenly turn up missing for 2 days, drunk and drenched in rain? If I wasn't the Duke's son, I'd have been beaten to death by now. In the next scene, he looks in the mirror to analyze himself. Well, that's certainly strange. Deep down, in my soul, I really am Aiden Albard. Have I dreamt all my life about this person called Aiden? Okay, now that I've thought about it, why not check the powers I had? System, open. And his name is Aiden, but the system hasn't quite decided what his surname is. Race, human. Titles, King of the Mercenaries, Reaper of the Witches, Nemesis of Talos. He also has 3 other titles that are unavailable. The system explains, titles marked as unavailable will have their restrictions lifted sequentially upon qualification. System, the power I gained from consuming the heart of the Bezer Dragon, along with the epithet of Dragon Slayer King, I still have. So it wasn't all a dream. However, my name is still broken. That bothers me a bit, but does it matter anyway? This is actually a gift from the god. Now I can find those bastards and tear them limb from limb. Just then, a servant overheard everything he was saying. Oh, what's up? I brought you some tea to drink, sir. Ah, thank you very much. It was a great time. I was thirsty. And the waiter thank you? Did he say thank you? What does that mean? He's going to torture me. He's going to tear me limb from limb. Oh, okay. This tea is pretty good, actually. While he continues to drink tea, the servant is still very apprehensive. Did he like it? Really? Did he really say thank you and enjoy the tea? What's going on with the Duke? Oh, you're still here? Do you have something to say to me? Ah, no, sir. Hey, man, how did you get out of that place alive? He said thank you. He said thank you. Thank you. Has he really gone mad? And the protagonist thinks, okay, I shouldn't speak without thinking. He exaggerated a lot just because I said thank you. So I've gone back 15 years? What happened to my original self? Does this exist on a separate timeline? By now, I should have gained my independence from Master Balcony, a former mercenary, shouldn't I? Okay, I'll have to find out. Ah, Philip, come here quickly. Oh, yes, of course, Master. He had never called me by name. I have a few questions for you. And just hearing that, Philip shits his pants, just imagining what kind of question the protagonist is going to ask. Are you alright, Philip? Thanks for everything, Philip. You'll be remembered. What the hell is wrong with the Duke today? Later, he tells her what he really wants to know. Ah, Mercenary King. Do you know anything about a Mercenary King or anything like that in history? And the protagonist thinks, I was quite famous as a disciple of the Mercenary King. Ah, yes, there are rumors of a Mercenary King who disappeared some time ago. So he disappeared this time too. But, Mr. Duke, I've never heard of the Mercenary King having a disciple. What? Haven't you ever had a disciple? What is my original self doing? I mean, where did I go? And in his flashback, in a certain city ghetto, we're going to test this little guy here today. Our protagonist, still a child, bumps into a man and manages to pickpocket him, taking several gold coins from him. That's it, he thinks, and to think he had so much gold in that little bag. But the man comes back and approaches our protagonist. You're pretty brave, aren't you? This man is none other than the king of mercenaries, Valkan. How dare you think of stealing my money? Huh, well, in any case, I'm sorry, sir. You're a very determined boy, aren't you? From now on, Bazan, you're my disciple. I'll train you to be the best mercenary. Ah, sir. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And that's how Aiden Albard met Master Valkan. From that day on, he made a name for himself as Master Mercenary Valkan's greatest disciple. And after killing the Slayer King, he earned the nickname the Dragon Slayer King. Ah, Master, I've never heard any rumors that the Mercenary King had a disciple. No, not at all. Don't tell me that the disciple, me, Aiden Albard, disappeared in this timeline. Later, at the Duke's mansion, don't you think the Master has changed a lot lately? Philip even spilled wine and he didn't throw it in Philip's face. And the other time, he even thanked me. Suddenly, he started calling me by my name in a pleasant way. They say that people change after a traumatic experience, don't they? I guess that's true. Has the Duke really been alright lately? He seems a bit spiritless, you know? And his eyes seem a bit empty. Oh, what a drag. I have nothing to do. My meals are prepared by the servants and I don't have to wash dishes either. In my spare time, I even tried to research Aiden Albard, but, as expected, I don't exist. So what about the betrayal I suffered? What about my hatred and all my revenge? Until he hears several sounds in the background and sees that a fight is taking place. It seems to be a training session between the guards. Ah, so they're knights. There aren't many knights in this mansion, are there? So you're here, says Carl Rest. This is Aiden's younger brother, Carl Rest. Unlike the previous owner of this body, who was a scoundrel, Carl is diligent. He's already become a knight, despite being the second son, and is entitled to the succession because he's much better than I am. But what's the only thing wrong with this guy? Why are you here? Shouldn't you be there drinking as usual? He has no respect for his older brother. He must have found his older brother so pathetic, seeing him busy drinking and playing all day, that he lost all respect. From his facial expression, his disgust at his superiority is immense. I don't know. I'm just watching the guys train. Knight training is not a show. If you're not here to fight, you'd better leave. Now that I think about it, I've never held a sword since the fiasco that happened. Okay, very good. What did you say? That's what you heard. I'm going to fight. And already at the training camp, I am training Knight Bazan of the Remes Knights. I greet the young master Aiden before the fight. We mustn't stop this. After all, he's the young master. Do you still think Bazan won't be fired for this? After all, he's going to lose on purpose, isn't he? And Bazan, meanwhile, is thinking, oh, this is bad. I can't believe I have to fight him anyway. How can I act to lose against someone so weak? He sees our protagonist losing a fight to a street dog and think, this guy's probably thinking of losing on purpose, isn't he? Well, I haven't warmed up in a while, have I? How about teasing him a bit? Don't try to lose on purpose. Do your best, okay? A trainee knight like you, who loses to a weak, useless alcoholic, is even more useless, isn't he? If you lose, I'll have to remove you from the order. And his brother thinks he's finally lost control. He's never held a sword, but now he wants to fight the knight for real? Then, young master, I shall begin. The guy was very fast, but our protagonist was able to counter the blow very easily. This hurts more than it should. This body is very weak, but for some reason I'm feeling the adrenaline of combat again. They keep exchanging several blows with the wooden sword, and the guards are thinking, my god, you idiot Bazan, are you losing to him? Are you really trying your best? Bazan is really suffering there, and the guards are really thinking, how is the young master doing all this? He's managing to hold this fight. How is Aiden doing all this? Oh, damn, how did he do that? I was sure he wouldn't stand a chance against me, so why can't my sword hit him? Ah, I feel so refreshed. I can feel my warm blood rushing through my veins. Meanwhile, Bazan is getting more and more desperate. It's been a long time since I felt this euphoric in combat, and the guards are increasingly impressed with Aiden because he's never fought this well. What? That school is going to win against my trainee? That guy who lost to a street dog? The young master's attacks have changed. It's as if he's hiding his abilities. How the hell is he making those moves? After so long living lazily, I must have forgotten. Even with this weak, muscleless body, I am still Aiden Albard, the Dragon Slayer King. And then he strikes a blow so powerful that it almost breaks Bazan's guard. With a very fast attack, so fast that the other guard couldn't even see it coming, he comes very close. So, have you given up yet? And the guards acclaim, my god, that's absurd. He's really beaten the young master. Ah, thank you very much, Carl. Thanks to you, I was able to appreciate how refreshing that fight was. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I'll visit you from time to time. Let's fight again, shall we? I have to go now. I'm tired. The guard think this really is the young master scoundrel everyone knows. At night, in the Duke's mansion, oh, I can't believe this body got so tired after a duel with a trainee. But our protagonist gives a little smile. Anyway, I was much calmer after stressing myself out. It was an invigorating experience. God has blessed me with a new opportunity for revenge in this life. Even so, those guys are so talented that they could be called one-man armies. And considering that they also have high status, it certainly won't be easy. The heir to the great duchy of the Sires, the Night King Sylvetta, the chosen saint of the cult of Carnage, the saint of the Iron Blood Spica, the Archmage Shala, and even the second imperial prince of the immortal empire, the great Alchemist. I can't even compete with any of them right now, but if I miscalculate, I could end up facing them all at once. on. That's why, in order to achieve my revenge, I have to eliminate them individually before they join forces. The moment they join hands, even at my peak in the past, I had a hard time. I need to finish this within 5 years before the allied force is created to subjugate the wizard. And to do that, I need to tear this rotten body apart and fix it. In my current state, I won't even kill a goblin, let alone get revenge on those damn bastards. Then I had an idea. The next day, early in the morning, young master, are you buying all this stuff here? What the hell do you want to do this time, master? What? Do you have a problem with what I ordered? The items are expensive, but that's not the problem. We have money. They are herbs of the best quality, but why are all the products you ordered poisonous? The protagonist think, well, I explained myself that I need these ingredients, but they'll doubt me for sure. The owner of this body here must have done something very bad, right? To add to poor Philip's trauma, the protagonist looks at him with a very simple, almost happy face. It could even be dangerous if you learn about it. Are you sure you want to know what I want these things for? Oh my god, if I tell you, it's so exciting just thinking about it. It must have been boring for you, because I was quiet these days, wasn't I? How about revisiting old times, Philip? Damn it, I'll get everything ready right away. And poor Philip runs off. Okay, now what I have to do is get strong by any means possible and imaginable. Although I didn't think about such things in my past life, now that I'm the son of a duke and I'm swimming in money, it's a completely different story. Besides, I've already experienced reaching the level of a superhuman, a master swordsman, so I know very well how to get to that level faster than anyone else. The problem is that it's not a very common way of doing things. A month and a half later, our protagonist is already in shape, training with his sword. Philip, please, a mana potion. Of course, young master, here it is. He drinks it all in one go. That's my method. Train, medicate, heal, which involves lots of mana potions. I push my body to the limit through very intense and extreme training and exercise, and then restore my body with mana potion. A single potion costs about the same as all of a commoner's living expenses per month, but being the son of a duke, carrying a lot of money, make this method possible. And my secret weapon. Philip, what about the other things I asked you for? They were delivered to your room, sir. He thinks I really want to ask him what he's planning to do with all that, but I don't want to see that look on the master's face again. I'm not the least bit curious, really. Later, in his room, the flower of anguish, lily of hell. He really did buy all the poisonous herb I asked for. I never thought I'd use this method on myself, but here I am, right? This method was created by those bastards Calcis and Shura. They say that while the poison wreaks havoc on the body uses everything available to survive and, in the process, ends up unlocking hidden potential. Ouch! I could easily die doing that, but all the ones I've bought are great quality. It's going to be okay, isn't it? Well, I've already beaten death once, so what the hell? Let's go! And he takes a bite of the poisonous herb and also drinks everything in that other bottle. He makes a disgusted face, almost vomit, but manages to hold it in. Oh, my stomach hurts so much. What the fuck? And what's worse, I'm going to have to repeat it 100 times. But my mana flow has actually become much smoother. As expected from those bastards, they really were clever, weren't they? Is this fun for you, Dragon Slayer King? I know that voice. Why the hell are you here? Come out at once. I have no doubt it's the same unforgettable voice that has been engraved in my mind for eternity. Master, what's wrong? Young master, get out of here. But I heard some loud noises and don't make me repeat myself. Get out. Oh, okay, fine, sorry. It's not a hallucination. I certainly heard it. It's the voice of the sovereign of hell. He even knows who I really am. And why is he here? Oop, looks like you caught me. It's been a while, Aiden Albard. It's you, Lord of the Underworld. You damned lord, son of a __. What are you doing here? I killed you. I'm sure of it. Oh, the way you're calling me. You must have missed me a lot, haven't you? Unfortunately, even if you try your best, you won't be able to see me. I no longer have a physical body. Oh, so how come you're talking to me now? Have you forgotten, Dragon Slayer? In your last moment, you died becoming the new Lord of the Underworld. What are you trying to say? I'm the Lord of the Underworld now? Well, more or less. Half right and half wrong. The moment I died, I transferred my soul into your body. Originally, my plan was to revive using your body and taking over the 5 viscera of your organ. But my suicide failed. It's not your plan, asshole. Okay, so you mean your soul exists inside me? Yeah, you could put it that way. So can you at least tell me how I kill you? Do I pour the holy power into my body? Wait, Dragon Slayer King, please listen to me. Or is the only way if I kill myself again? Oh, don't do that, please. I'm different. It's like at the end. Aren't you just an entity that loves madness and chaos? The madness and chaos you witnessed were not originally mine, but due to the link with the demon god. That link was severed the moment you were imprisoned in the void. Yeah, that's probably why you're even more elegant these days. Back then, I couldn't even talk to you properly. I can still see your thought, you know? And who is this demon god? It's the first time I've heard of him. The demon god, also known as original sin, is the ultimate accumulation of all the evil that exists in the universe. He is a being that even the other gods have to watch out for. In the past, I was cursed to carry out the will of this demon god. So, let me ask you one last question. Okay, is the current situation part of your plan? Ah, what do you mean? What do you mean? Going back 15 years into the past and possessing my current body. Is that you're doing too? About that, maybe. When I entered your body, I used the dragon mana you possess to go back in time. What? Is that possible? As it happens, the gods created dragons to be their agent. As such, they can also interfere in the world, and using their dragon mana to reverse time is not an impossible task. Let's take it easy there, my friend. Have you left your like? Have you subscribed to the channel? If you're a member, you're watching this video here without an ad. And if you're already a member and you're not on the Discord server, man, get on the Discord server. There are a lot of benefits waiting for you. It's all here in the description. And for those of you who want to support the channel and don't know how, use the hype tool that will appear on the screen. It helps us a lot. Let's get to the video. So why didn't you use it to escape the void instead of going back in time? Oh, that. I felt so tired all of a sudden. I think I'll rest. Hey, don't you dare disappear. Hey, where are you? Don't let me down, you asshole. Another month has passed, and since then, the demon lord has spoken to our protagonist occasionally. Although having him inside your body is a bit disturbing, having someone who reminds you of the past is actually quite useful. I even feel a little relieved, to tell the truth. Oh crap, I destroyed another training dummy. But this method really is very effective. Anyway, I'm going to have to stop training with dummies at some point. Our protagonist is very tired from all the heat and sees something in the distance. The knights are training, aren't they? Fly over. I've packed my new training dummies. Hey, Dragon Slayer, aren't you more suited to an evil being than a hero? Shut up, you devil. It is explained that, with the repeated use of poisonous herb, the training seemed to advance a lot. But you want me to swallow a whole bottle of holy potion, don't you? You're teasing me. No, I jumped the gun. No one is better suited to being a hero than you, of course. He discovered that the holy potion makes the demon lord inside him suffer a little. And that guy over there, he looks a bit familiar. I've seen him before. Lo, your back is crooked. Why can't you stand up straight? What are you doing? You're way behind the other trainees. I'll do better. Sir, wait, I know this guy. It's the free rider. Lo, wow, he looked so different from his previous life that I didn't even recognize him. As his nickname suggests, he was a gentleman mercenary who pretended to be a knight. So this is where he started? He had a very strange personality, but even though we cursed each other a lot, he saved my life several times, and vice versa. He was one of the few S-class mercenaries apart from me, but apparently he died during our fight against the Slayer King. I thought I'd only see his face again in hell. Now I really know I've gone back in time. Hey, you! Young master, what's going on? I'm talking to you. Oh yes, are you talking to me? If a superior talks to you, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself, right? Oh, of course, I'm sorry. Trainee Knight Lo. And he greets the young master Aiden. I can't concentrate properly anymore. Why does this bastard suddenly appear to pester me? You've just thought about why this guy here is bothering me, haven't you? No, how could I think of that, sir? Oh, it's so exciting to watch this asshole. It's the first time I've been so happy to have this bastard's body. No, you have to come to my training camp tonight, okay? He comes very close to Lo and whispers something in his ear. What? How do you know that? But our protagonist simply turns his back and walks away. As he walks, he thinks, if this is what fate has in store for us, then so be it. For what you did to me in my past life, my friend, I want to offer you this little gift. Later, when the full moon was in the sky, our protagonist was there at the training camp, waiting for Lo to show up. Suddenly, he hears footsteps coming towards him. So you've come, Lo. How did you know that, young master? How do you know my secret? No, more importantly, is what you said true? Can you really fix my arm? In the next scene, there's a flashback to his past life, in which he and Lo are drinking in a bar. I can't remember how many times I thought to myself, if only I were like everyone else. Meanwhile, the protagonist is thinking that this is the way to repay the debt he owed Lo in his past life. If my right arm was still intact, maybe I could have become a knight, just like everyone else, right? Lo's nickname in his past life was the One-Armed Agile. Master, can you really fix my arm? And Lo thinks, I'm sure I've never told anyone about this, but somehow this bastard knows my secret. Even I don't know why my arm is like this. Your arm is like that because of a serious case of mana vasoconstriction syndrome. And Lo thinks this disease refers to all the deficiencies that occur in the mana channel. So that's why my arm started to get so stiff. Mana vasoconstriction syndrome is incurable, isn't it? Yes, people say it's incurable, but for me it's not. You just said there was no cure. And the protagonist thinks it's not impossible. They just don't know how to cure it at this time. About 10 years in the future, the cure will be discovered. Know that currently only I know about this cure, and I'm more than willing to treat your arm. However, yet what? Nothing comes for free in this world. Let's write a contract. A contract? What do we have in the contract? You must train with Aiden Remes every day. You, Lo, will swear to do anything Aiden orders. This is not a contract. This is slavery. That's it. You don't like it? Anyone who trusts that bastard is crazy. But I should still take the chance, shouldn't I? Anyway, I don't have much choice, so I'll take it. And the protagonist thinks, all mischievous, that to think that one day I could make you my slave. What an exciting moment. In exchange for fixing your arm, I get a free gift. And Lo think, damn, I knew it would be dangerous. As expected of the Dragon Slayer King, you should be on the side of evil. A few days later, in the small town of Maralene. Hello, Maralene. Young master, are you sure this is the place? No matter how much I think about it, this place is a bit suspicious. Are you doubting me, Lo? Oh, no, of course not, master. Young master, we've arrived. Come on, Lo, follow me. Is there really a way to fix my arm in a place like this? And they see that the protagonist is taking Lo to a half-finished place with a sign that reads drugstore. It's not a clinic, so stop coming here. We don't make medicines either, so they end up getting lost. That sign isn't very motivating, is it? And Aiden think this was the place Lo came in his past life to cure his illness. I'm sure there was someone here studying the cure for mana syndrome. In the end, in the past life, it didn't work because it was too late, but this time. Is anyone here, master? It seems the owner isn't in the store. Young master, what does this painting here represent? They see a large painting depicting the Philosopher's Stone. It represents the Philosopher's Stone, a superstition believed by all magicians and alchemists, an imaginary object that claims to interfere in the realm of God, something that can bring even the dead back to life. But given that I'm a living example of someone who can transcend the divine realms of death and time, perhaps the Philosopher's Stone really does exist. Look, my God, it's a story that not all ordinary people know. You're well informed, aren't you? I know some people who have talked about it, and the protagonist thinks he heard it from Calcis and Shora. It's been a while since we've had such an interesting guest, but what can I do for you? Did you read the sign, Lo? I want to be alone with her for a moment. Of course, young master, understood. And Lo leaves the store and closes the door. Alright, Cassie, let's get straight to the point, shall we? Oh, how do you know my name? My knight is currently suffering from mana vasoconstriction syndrome, and I know very well that you are interested in this disease, alchemist of beastmen, Cassie. Oh, God, how much do you know about me, young master? Scum, who knows? Like you, my knight also suffers from this syndrome. How do you know I suffer from this disease? I know the symptoms in you are more severe than usual, and those herbs you smoke are so your condition doesn't get worse, aren't they? Aiden think Lo's condition is restricted to her arm, but Cassie's is quite different. Her illness has spread to all her organs, leaving her with a terminal illness. So it seems you know a lot about me, don't you, young master? But there's one thing you're getting wrong. It's true that I'm looking for a cure, but I haven't found the right method yet. In other words, I can't cure your pretty little knight's arm. It's a shame, isn't it? If you cure my knight's arm, I promise to protect you and support your research in our territory with all the money you need. No, young master, you haven't understood your knight's illness. Read this. Cassie places a parchment on the table. What? It's not possible. No way. Is this the cure for mana vasoconstriction syndrome? Aiden think Calcis talked about it so much that I memorized it, but I don't remember it perfectly. That's why I'm looking for Cassie, who knows how to do this process properly. So, do you still think it's impossible? Half a month. In half a month, I can give you an answer. To think that such a method exists, you really surprise me. But I know that with the resources you have, it would be very difficult to obtain the ingredient. The fact that you brought it up means that you want something in return, doesn't it? I want your ring. Boy, what's this protagonist like? Attacking and coveting a woman's ring? How rude of you. No more jokes. I know very well why you're wearing that ring, so you know how important it is to me, don't you? It is explained that this ring is the speed ring, an artifact that triples physical speed for 10 seconds 3 times a day. It's a very useful item for surprise attack and for escaping during battles. Thanks to this artifact, in his past life Lo remained as a memory and became an S-class mercenary. An artifact like this is basically his only means of defending himself against Cassie. If you move in with me, you won't need that ring anymore. I'll protect you. Oh, I don't mind, as long as I can continue with my research. But are you sure about this? Rumors will spread that you've taken in a beast woman. Don't worry, my name is already Aiden Remeth, the scum of the nobles. There's nothing that can worsen my reputation right now. You're a very interesting person, you know that? You're also going to look after my room and the food, right? Of course it will be, but you have to make sure you help me too. Back at the Duke's mansion, Aiden think, at first it was strange, but now I really feel at home. Young master. Huh, Philip, what's the matter? It's a very serious emergency. What's going on? Philip, speak up. Young master Carl, he disappeared into Monster Mountain. Is Carl missing? A report came in about a missing person on the monstrous mountain. So young master Carl formed a team and set off 2 days ago, but he hasn't returned so far. Aiden think, even though it's called Monster Mountain, there are only insignificant monsters in that place. What about the search party? What happened to it? They'll be leaving shortly, sir. No! If that brat disappears, I'll be the Duke's heir. Then my plans for revenge will be ruined. I have to save him, no matter what. Philip, I'm going to join the search party. So, you accommodate Cassie, okay? And, Cassie, I have a favor to ask you. Huh, what kind of favor? But what he said is not revealed. Later. Oh, you're saying you want to join the search team? Exactly, Dad. Of course not. Refuse. But why? It wasn't just Carl, but dozens of riders who disappeared at the same time. It's not a simple task, nor a simple disappearance of one person. It's very dangerous. But, Carl, he's my brother. And if something happens to him, in Aiden's head, he thinks, if anything happens to him, my plan will be ruined. Hey, Dragon Slayer, you're kind of disgusting, aren't you? Who told you to open your mouth, Demon Lord? It's okay, my son. I couldn't believe you cared so much about your brother. You can go, but be careful, my son. Aiden, Beal, I'm counting on you to look after Aiden. You're the only one I can trust. Ah, yes, sir. I'll certainly do that. When the sun is setting on the monstrous mountain, our protagonist is there with the search party. As we thought, they were first attacked by the monsters, and their tracks end in this place. That knife is a weapon used by goblins. A lot of strange things are happening here. Knife being overrun by goblins, and goblins, who are such dumb beings, erasing their track. There's only one explanation for all this. There's certainly a hobgoblin. This place, only a hobgoblin possesses such intelligence and strength. If it's them, it's possible, Mr. Spiel. This is hobgoblin stuff, for sure. Hobgoblins, they're difficult to deal with. We should prepare and then go back. No, of course not. Every second we lose here is crucial. They could be being prepared, cooked, and eaten there in that camp. Bring a search dog now. We've already sent out a search dog, but their scent has been completely erased. Stop talking and get a dog now. Good boy, good boy. He takes a potion and pours it over the dog. Good boy, take it all. What's that bastard doing with our search dog? But it seems that with this potion, he's really starting to smell more. What happened to him? Did he manage to find anything? This is a potion that improves the sense of smell. I'm glad I asked Cassie for it. And they continued their search, now with the help of the search dog. So much time passed that, by the time they reached the camp, it was already night. Here is the goblin village. There, young master, Master Carl, and all the other kidnapped knights. The relief that they're alive it's a relief. We seem to have arrived in time, but there's something wrong. Aren't there 3 hobgoblins in the same place? How can there be 3 leaders in the same village? Things have become much more terrible than we expected. Everyone be prepared to give it your all. Our opponents are hobgoblins who are competitive even for decent knights. Young master, during the fight, please rescue the hostages and escape with them. Alright, I'll do it. Aiden thinks it's unbelievable. 3 hobgoblins in the same village? Even with so many knights here, can they handle it without me? Search party, move in. We're going to rescue young Master Carl. And the goblins and hobgoblins are already in alarm, ready to start the fight. How dare you kidnap our young Master Carl? Let's finish you off. A general war breaks out between the knights and the goblins. Knight, you've come to rescue us. Ah, at last. Meanwhile, Aiden is there doing a forced lockpick, i.e. breaking the lock. Is everyone alright here? Young Master Aiden. Ah, it's you, Aiden. And Aiden releases all the hostages. Knight, go and support the search party. Clear a path for the hostages to pass. I think it's time for me to go into hiding now. Aiden, watch out for that monster. You mean the hobgoblin? No, Aiden, behind you. Huh, behind me? He sees a huge beast coming at him. The impact is powerful, but Aiden manages to dodge it. Shit! So the reason there are 3 hobgoblins here is because a creature superior to them was here. The worst monster of all, a demon in human form, a troll. Carl, take the villagers and run now. Aiden, that's a troll. You're going to die. I know you're a troll, but I'm not going to die. I'm your big brother, you little brat. Although Aiden said it just to sound cool, he's not afraid and goes up to the troll. The troll tries to punch him, but only hits the ground, while Aiden moves fluidly, cutting the troll's arm and stopping behind him. The troll falls to his knees with a wound on his thigh, but it begins to regenerate completely. As you'd expect from a troll, he's incredibly tough. With my current strength, I can't kill him, well, at least not in the conventional way. As the troll charges forward, very angry, Aiden seems to be holding something in his right hand, while continuing to exchange blows with the troll. The other knights realize that there was a troll in the battle. Young master, let me handle this. The hobgoblins are tough enough, but a troll is here too. Ah, young master Aiden, please wait a little longer. But the troll didn't seem to want to wait long and launched another punch. Aiden manages to dodge beautifully. I took the speed ring just in case, but now it's time to use it. Activate the speed ring. The system warns him that the speed ring has been activated and that he has 10 seconds left to use it. I haven't yet reached this stage of strength in this lifetime, but with this ring, it's possible. Aiden's speed increases so much that he manages to disappear from the troll's sight, reappearing to slash its wrist. Not only that, but he performs a whirlwind of cuts around the troll. This is the next stage I must overcome. The troll roared in pain, and when there was only a second left for the ring's effect to wear off, Aiden concentrated his energy and, with one swift movement, decapitated the troll with his aura sword. We have to help the young master. What? Blue energy? Don't tell me it's a sword aura. The knights realize that Aiden is up high, but he's he's unconscious. Young Master Aiden. He falls into one of the nearby trees. Oh, my whole body hurt so much. And the bird got very angry, almost destroying its nest. I've barely used my sword for 10 seconds, and my body can't move anymore. I think the next time I use this ring, I'll have to use it more carefully, but it definitely helped me. Young Master, where are you? Young Master Aiden. The next morning, I see, so many people have been hurt. Make sure that the bereaved families and the victims receive compensation in the best possible way. As ordered, sir. But is it true that Aiden defeated that troll? Yeah, sir. Along with the knight, I witnessed it. Aiden not only used the sword aura, but also defeated a troll. That really is the son I know. That night, the protagonist was meditating in his room. Even if it was only for a moment, using the sword aura, I feel that my ability has increased a lot. Still, this incident has certainly made me realize that I'm still pretty weak. If I want to crush those suckers, I need to get even stronger. Ah, your determination really impressed me. Where did you come from? Wait, that voice. Have you finally realized? Yes, it's me, the monarch of the underworld kingdom, the lord of hell. No! Get away from me. This is all your fault, because you're still a wimp. Ouch, ouch, ouch. But how are you? How did you get a physical body back? In fact, only you can see me so far, because you and I are one. As you get stronger, I seem to be able to project myself onto others. Does that mean I have to keep seeing you now? Oh, I don't like that. It's very rude to say that to the person who saved you. No, wait a minute, Lord of the Underworld. You said you have the curse passed down from the demon god, right? And you said you're free of that bond now. So what's your original name? Ah, my name was lost a long time ago. I simply exist now. Okay, so from today on, your name will be Cursed. Cursed, because you are literally a curse placed on me. Not a very silly name, is it, Dragon Slayer? Shut your mouth, you cursed creature. I mean, cursed. Well, I'm going to confuse myself from now on. Really, you're not going to change, are you? Well, I don't really care about that. Yeah, that's bad. Damn it. Sorry about that. You're doing it on purpose, aren't you? A week later, the protagonist is at the mansion and knock on one of the doors. What's up, Cassie? Is the treatment going well? Look, Mr. Troll has come to visit me. He thinks, oh, everyone's calling me master of the trolls now, just because I killed one of them. I don't like being called a troll. Why don't they call me Troll Killer? Yeah, where's Lo? The cuddly knight is there. Aiden enters and asks, hey, Lo, how are you? Young master, my arm. It's moving. It's back to normal. At that moment, Lo kneels down in front of the protagonist. Thank you, young master. Thank you for recognizing and taking care of my condition. Although I am only a humble knight trainee, I will dedicate my life to you. Our protagonist smiles. As of today, you're my slave. I mean, I happily accept your promise. Oh, by the way, Cassie, why haven't you had the treatment on yourself yet? My syndrome is a bit unusual, you know. I need a bit more treatment, maybe a month. Still, you've done a great job. Of course not. That's all thanks to you, Mr. Troll. Mr. Troll? Stop laughing. Kid, now that you've recovered, get out of here. We have work to finish. Yes, sir. Any task you give me. Later that day, Lo seems to regret having said that. The first task after getting my arm back is physical labor. Okay, please save me. After that, we see that our protagonist has left Lo completely exhausted and destroyed. Ah, welcome, young master. So, this is the troll that everyone said the master captured. Wow, in this condition, it's going to sell for a very high price. Trolls are very rare materials. I'd like to use the proceeds from the sale of this troll here to buy these herbs. Is that possible? Of course. Our merchant group has everything. Ah, young master, they're not herb, but poisonous plant. If I say they're herb, they're herb. So tell me, can you get them for me or not? Yes, of course. Herb, the merchant thinks, if I get on the bad side of this scoundrel here, who knows what might happen to me? And the protagonist thinks, easy money is always good. You still seem to have the beggar's habits from your mercenary days, don't you? Shut up, you dirty devil. Young master. Ah, Philip, what's the matter? The Duke is looking for you. Ah, my father. He knocks on the door of the room where his father is and hears some noises in the background. Hello, Dad, did you call for me? But he's shocked by what he sees inside. Ah, Aiden, you're here. So that's Aiden? Why is this guy here? From the look of your body, the rumors that you killed a troll were not unfounded. It's a pleasure to meet you. Aiden remembers his past life, where he already knew this man. You stink like a brat. You were brought up by the boss of those tramp, weren't you? He thinks, yeah, I don't have any pleasant memories of that guy. Do you know him? A little. He was the older man who despised mercenaries. Pleased to meet you. I am Aiden Remes. Greetings to the protector of the northeast frontier, Margrave Turritsitas. So you know me? Of course. After all, Margrave Turritsitas is one of the few in the Empire who has reached the stage of Master of the Sword. It is explained that Master of the Sword is a transcendental stage that every knight dreams of. Those who have leapt beyond the limits of geniuses and entered the realm of the superhuman. Their swords can cut through mountains and their breath can make the air tremble. I was one of them in the past, and that's the stage I need to reach again. Well, contrary to rumors, you're well educated. Even you have a great son, Fred. That child still has a lot to learn. By the way, are you sure about leaving the territory, brother? I heard that your territory was attacked attacked by a horde of orcs some time ago. Actually, it wasn't just my territory. They said that suspicious movements were also detected at the Tower of Carnage, run by the Cult of Carnage. And the protagonist think Cult of Carnage, right? I've got some business to take care of there too. Damn traitor, just wait. Your time will come. First the Tower of Carnage, then Cetus, and now even here in Remes territory. Unusual monster movements have occurred in 3 different places in such a short period. Do you think it's a coincidence? Now that you mention it, it does seem strange. That's why we were thinking of forming an investigation team. Do you want to lend your support? Oh, yes, of course, brother. And one more thing. Hey, brat, would you like to join my Order of Knights? Brother Turried, the protagonist think, why did he create an Order of Knights out of nothing? I've heard a lot about you. You reached the Sword Aura stage in less than half a year of wielding a sword. At first, I thought it was absurd, but having seen you in person, I can say, I will make you the best swordsman in the West. I promise on my own behalf. But, brother, Aiden, he's still. Don't worry, Fred. I'll take good care of him, but it's still his choice. I appreciate the offer, but I have to decline. Do you understand what it means to join the Order of the Knights of Cetus? Of course I know. It's one of the most renowned knightly orders in the Empire, but I'm confident that I can become a master of the sword on my own. And the protagonist think, I've already passed this stage on my own in the past, so I'll reach it again. It's only a matter of time. And right now, even if I fought you, Margrave, I could at least scratch you. Obviously, Margrave Turried Cetus is very frustrated by this affront from the protagonist. Could you scratch me? What audacity. Suddenly, everything starts to shake, even the teacup. That, by great pressure, is in this room now, and that's his aura. Do you think it's funny? The protagonist think, fear of the master. The ability to make even the air tremble simply by releasing killing intent, as expected of a master of the sword. I can't believe he's resisting my fear of the master. Are you sure you can keep your word? Of course. Shall we make a bet? A bet? He's always had a thing for bet. If I don't manage to scratch you one, I'll join your knightly order. But if I succeed, you'll give me that sword of yours. Are you sure? That sword? How audacious to think that you covet my family heirloom. Fred, he's completely different from you. Oh, actually, never mind. You've already fainted, haven't you? It was unintentional. I think it was my aura that did it, right? I'll take your bet, then. That's what you were aiming for from the start, isn't it? Exactly. When the first opportunity arose, I grabbed it. I really want that sword, one of the legendary swords. Bebu, you really belong on our side. Later that day, where the challenge and the bet would take place, are you planning to use a sword to kill ogres? To hunt a goblin? I'm still not sure if you're a goblin or an ogre, but regardless of the opponent, a knight should give his best in a duel. The protagonist think, that damn knightly courtesy, the thing that never changes, past or present. Firstly, it's forbidden to use a blade aura, and secondly, Margrave Cetus can't move his right foot. This may seem unfair, but for a master of the sword, it's not even a handicap. If I attack without thinking, I'll be knocked out on the spot. It looks like we've got a big audience, doesn't it? Let's get started. The pleasure is all mine. Our protagonist advances towards him very quickly, and obviously, Margrave Turried Cetus is impressed, but easily with Bebu, he manages to fend off the attack, aiming for the neck from the start. Aren't you? Looks like you're used to real combat. I knew you'd block it, obviously. He continues with a sequence of very fast attack, but Margrave Turried Cetus manages to fend them all off. That's not refined at all. You look like one of those disorganized mercenaries. You'll have to improve that when you join our Order of Knights. Now I can see what kind of relationship you two had in your past life. What did you say about mercenaries? Now that old man has really crossed the line. Let's see how you deal with this clumsy mercenary then. So, everyone, we've come to the end of another video. If you enjoyed it as much as I did, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and, of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any new content, and activate the bell to receive first-hand notifications. Remember that members watch the videos unannounced and have early access to the videos. Until the next video, and thanks.